Do what you gotta do to get these people off me, to get me out of here.
I've been hooded, I've been shackled, I've been handcuffed.
We're dead. When I went to Pakistan in Peshawar in 2008, we arranged to meet this mullah who picked me up in the side of a car. So when the mullah arrived, I knew his name, and my fixer had already met him. When he appeared and said, hey, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, and I get into his car. So I sat in the back of the car, and pretty much that was the beginning of my kidnap. We drove into the what's called the tribal areas of Pakistan. It's just on the border of Afghanistan, and it was a no-go area for foreigners. In fact, it says, it's got big signs, no foreigners beyond this point. We arrive in this marketplace in an area called Bajur, and I'm looking around, it was like just full of Taliban, Al-Qaeda, Arabs, Chechens, all carrying guns. And then when I was driven up into the mountains, and all the time I felt very tense, but I'd always felt very tense. So I used to sort of batten down the hatches and just try and get incredibly calm, and I would have little routines of thinking about friends and home. So you'd lock down the emotions. So when I then get to this remote area in the mountains, one of the Taliban said to me, do you mind if we blindfold you? And as he says that, I'm looking out over a precipice, and I was like, sure. He said, well, it's for your own security. And then he put the blindfold, and then I remember coming to the edge of this cliff I'd seen. And that was the beginning when I was thinking, wow, this has been a trap. I already knew I was kidnapped, but you don't want to admit the worst has happened when you don't have to.
Piracy had been going on in the Gulf of Aden ever since the late 90s. What they used to do was they would hijack the ship, and they would effectively steal the ship's crew, if you like. They would take the crew hostage and hopefully extract a ransom. To stop yourself getting kidnapped, you hire a group of bodyguards. You pay them about $20 a day each, and they carry a Kalashnikov each. You have 7 or 8 of them, and they follow you around. And the idea is that they just deter anyone really from making any kind of attempt to kidnap you. We suddenly got a different bunch of bodyguards. All of a sudden, as we were driving through one of the outskirts of town, the bodyguard's pickup truck shot in front of our vehicle. Then the bodyguards ran towards our car, pulled the doors open, and ordered both me and my colleague out at gunpoint. And at that point, I realized, oh, we're getting kidnapped.
Can you explain why did you go to China in August of 2019?
Well, at that time, I need to join a business conference. That time in Shenzhen, I understand that it must be a bit tricky, because that exactly the time what happens, the protest happens in Hong Kong, and it is a bit dangerous to me. Then I've been stopped and I put back to the custody. They gave me no reason. Then they said, oh, it's because it's too late now. I need to deliver you back to Shenzhen because we have something to ask you or something. And I felt a bit worried what happened, but my instincts and my intuition told me that it's about politics, of course. So I understand it's not simple. And they keep asking me to access my phone. Even one message on my WhatsApp, it could be an evidence for them to do political charges. They hand me over to a bunch of plainclothes officers. They showed no badges, and they treat me very, very, very rudely. They say, shut up. don't ask the reason. You will know.
We were ordered out of the car, and they said, right, start marching up this track, up a canyon. I remember one of the guys looking at me, and earlier on when I hadn't been walking fast enough, he'd sort of pointed the gun at me and went, like that, you know, as if to say, right, if you don't keep walking, you're going to get a bullet in your head. And so when we stopped at this point, I thought, maybe they're just going to kill us. Maybe this isn't a kidnapping. And one of the kidnappers reached into a bag that he had over his shoulder, and to my surprise, he pulled out a few Mars bars and some bottles of drinking water, and he said, "Here, drink, or whatever." And it was at that point we realised that they were going to keep us alive, although we had no idea what they were going to do with us.
Can you tell me what your day-to-day life was?
There was very little way to spend the time. We ate goat meat, freshly cooked goat, and rice each day. That was pretty much it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we had nothing for going to the bathroom with at all. They recommended using a stick to wipe your rear end with, a stone, which I didn't really fancy. So you just use your hand, unfortunately, and a bit of water, but this was the same water that you were having to use to drink with. We were guarded at all times by about 8 to a dozen guards. In fact, they were a very disciplined bunch. It was like being kidnapped by an army unit of some sort. Well, I had no reason to believe that they were, but they were extremely disciplined in everything they did. One of the things they say is try and form a relationship, a bit of a rapport with the kidnappers, the idea being that will make it more difficult for them to kill you. On about day 3 or 4, one of the guys, a young guy called Faisal, he came up to us and he pointed at me and he said, "You, from where are you?" So I said, "I'm from Britain." And he went, Britain, good. David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Manchester United, Thierry Henry." And I thought, oh, wow, the international language of football, spoken even here in the mountains of Somalia. But it gave us all a bit of a laugh. It made you realise how strange the situation was.
As a journalist in that part of the world, I knew a lot of the cases of kidnaps. In the past, kidnaps, people had been beheaded. I'd seen the videos, the Al-Qaeda videos from Iraq, and that's always in the back of your head, occasionally the forefront. We knew escape would be beyond risky because you had to get out of this house, wall compound. You're immediately in an area full of Pashtun villagers who've never seen a foreigner, and then you've got Taliban training camps, Arabs. Every night you could hear them, day and night, test firing weapons and the ricochet. This house was a Pashtun family home, and at the beginning the Taliban had told this family, it was a tribal, well-respected tribal family, and the owner, the main man of the house, they told him we were spies, unbelievers. So it was like the movies, where they would open up the door, put in a tray of food, some bread and tea, or some rice and naan bread. But slowly I developed a relationship, predominantly with the owner of the house, this man who was a strong, taciturn man. And obviously I'd read somewhere that, it's much harder to kill a fellow human being. So I drew on all my experiences of living and working in Islamic Middle East countries, of how to present yourself and be polite. And I could sense it change, but there was one evening where the Taliban came in at night and they interrogated me. They had a long list of questions. And for some reason, as I'm sitting there, the family from this house, the father, there's about 8 of them, all came in, these men sitting crammed into the room watching. And then up until this point, this was about 4 weeks into it, they'd believed the Taliban that I was either a spy or an unbeliever or something, not to be trusted. And it came to this point where, of course, I was answering, everything. And suddenly, in the middle of this polite, firm interrogation, they asked the names of my children. And I just said it. I said, "I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I just can't give you the names of my children." And this Taliban commander said, "Like, no, you've got to." Masked gunman puts a gun to my head, and I felt nothing. I actually felt like, "I'm sorry." to let you down. I can't give you the names of my children. And they pulled the gun to my fixer's head. I said, well, if you don't give us your children's names, we're going to shoot him. So I was like, okay. And I was careful before, you never condemn them or get angry, and I couldn't help myself. This was the only time I got emotional. I said, well, my oldest son is called Luke, and my youngest son is Gabriel, and tomorrow next day he's going to turn 4 and wonder why his father hasn't called. And I started crying. This had a transformative effect because these tribal elders and the family suddenly are seeing this weak Western man realizing that he's prepared to die rather than give up the name of his children, and he's named one of them after an Islamic, one of the holiest names in Islam. At that point, the family, everything changed, and the Taliban lost face. It was a bit embarrassing for them, and from then on, the family used to come in, bring me nice food. They actually offered me tribal protection, pana.
Then they put me into the custody, put me into the cell, and they put me on the tiger chair. Tiger chair is a chair, but they could buckle me up. I can't move. Then I've been handcuffed and attached to the chair, and my legs would be also shackled and attached to the chair, so I can't move. And they asked 3 types of questions mainly. What do you think about Hong Kong? And then they start to narrow down to get more specific. I've been blindfolded, I've been hooded, I've been shackled, I've been handcuffed, and drove me on the unknown car, drove me into the unknown place. And I felt that it's very, very dead silent. And I heard the sounds of moving furniture. And I understand that is some tool for torture. They hung me up for countless hours that I can't remember. And they try to deprive my sleep, being beaten, facing uncertain future. Then they said, every time, if you want to speak, you need to say, report my master in Mandarin. I wanted to let you know who is your master. Not Britain, not in English, in Mandarin, your motherland, China. Every time when I've been put back to the detention center, lots of bruise on my legs. I can't even move. And I put into the detention center, and afterwards then I put into the personal cell. I've been put into the solitary confinement because the state security police, they don't want to let me to tell what situation I am to other inmates. And I felt loneliness.
Out of those 15 days, which moment do you think was the worst?
Most worst. Of course, it is when the moment that I've been tortured, especially the first day. Because after a few days that they keep torturing me, I little bit get used to it. But the first day is still very, very shocked that they could do that on me.
4 or 5 days into the kidnapping, we were led to the top of a mountain where the kidnappers were able to get a reception on their mobile phone. They told us to call my office in London. One of the kidnappers, a guy we used to call the old because he didn't like us and he was old, he gestured at me just as I was holding the phone trying to get through to the office in London, and he cocked his Kalashnikov in very aggressive fashion and waved it at me, and it was pretty clear that what he was intending to do or threatening to do was wait until I was on the phone to the office, and then he was going to either fire the gun right beside me or belt me in the face with the gun or something, or do something so that when I was on the phone to the office I'd be screaming like, yeah, do what you gotta do to get these people out, to get these people off me, to get me out of here, you know, or whatever. And that was a pretty scary moment. The other kidnappers at that point actually dragged him away from me, and they dragged him down the mountainside, and I just ignored him. I sat where I was, and I got through at the office, and I just said, look, we've been kidnapped, but we are still alive, and we're not being mistreated. We're being held in a cave in some mountains somewhere, But that was a big relief to everybody back home, because until that point they had no idea, or they had no certainty that we were still alive. But I remember from that moment onwards being pretty scared of him and thinking, like, you know, these guys might start torturing us if they wanted to. And that put the fear of God in me a lot.
What kept you going through all of that time?
My children were both a source of strength and a source of weakness. So I hid 2 photographs from the Taliban and of my sons. I hid them in my boots, and at night I would take out the photo and look at them. And if you looked at them for 1 minute, it gives you strength. If you look at it for longer than a minute, it breaks you, because I realised I'd let them down. And it's strange, you know, I'm talking about it now. And I think when you've had a very intense traumatic experience, it never fades from memory. So the minute, you know, you can immediately be back there. I would kneel by my bed as I would by the bath in London when it was bath time for my 2 boys. So when they were babies. So at the time I knew they were being bathed in London. I would kneel down, close my eyes, and because I was just stuck in this dark cell for 3-4 months, within seconds I was there, and I could feel the contours of the skin beneath. I could hear them squealing with delight. So I would bathe them every day. So things like that to keep you going.
One morning, a couple of guys who were clearly not from the gang that was holding us turned up at the cave. Outside, we couldn't see what was going on, but we could hear gunfire. These 2 guys who had been kicked out suddenly reappeared on a distant cliff edge that overlooked our cave with a couple of their colleagues, and they started firing down into our cave with their own guns. It was like being in some Wild West movie. Those bullets pinging around, all this sort of thing. To make matters worse, one of the kidnappers who was with us then decided that we would be safer if we were actually hidden behind some rocks outside of the cave. There was a big pile of boulders there. So he got a big machine gun with a bullet belt that he wrapped around his shoulders, looking like Rambo, and said, right, come on out this way. So we followed him out, and he hid us behind these boulders and said, like, lie down in that space there. Unfortunately, this set of boulders was also the place that we'd been using for the last couple of weeks as our main toilet area. You know, I've got a choice here: either lie down and in a pool of my own sort of and piss, or keep my head up and risk getting it shot off. And I think it's fair to say that was a low point in the whole thing.
The worst thing that can happen to a hostage is you'll get your hopes raised. So there was at one point, the Taliban commander came in, burst into the room with a sat phone saying, great news, your TV company want to negotiate. I'm like, I know, and I could think, I'm going to see my kids at last. And he said, but something's gone wrong with negotiations, so I want you to phone your TV company and say, we're going to kill your fixer if they don't pay this money. And then he looked at me, conspiratorial, like we're all in this together. He said, look, don't worry, we ain't really going to kill him. We just say that when we're negotiating. Kind of, this is just a game. I make this telephone call, and I get this, hello, switchboard. And somehow feeling that beautiful estuary voice, that London voice, it was like, oh God, I could almost feel like I was back home. And I said, look, I'm really sorry. Bit of an odd one, this. My name's Sean Langan. I've been kidnapped. I'm calling from the tribal areas. Can you put me through to current affairs, head of news? And then I hear this delay, and then she goes, how do you spell Sean Langan? And I'm like, how many Sean Langans you got kidnapped? And I'm like, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to freak you out, but I'm pretty sure he's going to shoot my fix if you don't put me through. Whatever you do, don't put me on hold or voicemail. Just put me through to someone. She goes, putting you straight through, and I get put through to voicemail, and I'm down to like $10, and I take it off and trying to explain to Taliban commander that you've been put through to voicemail. He was like, what the is voicemail? And he just said, don't these foreigners get it? we kill people just to prove it. And he just, at this point, pointed right at me and said, call the back. And then I just see this, he just goes, and I just think, oh God. And I look down there, and there's my fixer, and I think he shot him, and he's just sprayed over the head. And he just looks at me and says, someone wants you dead, something's wrong, and he leaves the compound. And then we're back in our cells. So that was, and then that was the hardest time, because then it's like all hope was lost. The family now came in one day and said, would you like to convert? And I was convinced, because they said it's not good to die without converting. So these were my last rites. I'd been given a hot shower, some food, and then in fact, when the Taliban came back, it looked like there was a guy there whose job it was. He had a big knife, and I said, look, can I make one request? Do you mind though if I could be shot in the head? And they then discussed this, and the mullah, another mullah, was discussing, and they said, yeah, okay, we'll grant you that. So then it's like, oh my God, so I am being executed. And without thinking about it, I then said, the owner of the house, I'd really got on, and I said, do you mind very much, can I ask him to be the guy who shoots me? Because my feeling was, if you're going to be shot, it's that horrible moment of fear, like a mugging. But actually, if it's someone you like and who you've spent time with and who's putting you out of your misery, it's just like... He was so touched that I appointed him my executioner. He cried. And the Taliban commander sits down, and it's like a court hearing, and I have to sit there, and he's acting as the judge, and he opens up these official papers, and he reads it out. He says, the Taliban Shura has found you innocent of all charges and accepts you are a journalist. And I'm like, F***. And so it was literally, he went, you're innocent of all charges. And I went, F***, good one. And then he said, with great comedic timing, he paused, he let me enjoy my moment, said, but they voted to kill you to send a message to other journalists not to try this again. I'm like, and I literally went, oh. And then I'm sitting there, and then he pauses, he says, but don't worry, the Emir Sirajukhani and I, we vetoed the Shura, so you're free to go. So within a space of a minute, I'd been told, you're innocent, we're going to kill you, don't worry. You can go. And I'm just in tatters. And then they read out my fixer's charge. He said, the court Shura find you guilty of all the charges, but we're going to allow you to go. In fact, we knew that meant he wasn't going to be allowed to go. And the year before, an Italian journalist and an Afghan fixer had been kidnapped, and they let the Italian go, and they killed the Afghan fixer, and they were friends of ours, the Afghan. And I'd made a promise to my fixer that we would either both live or we'd both die.
Can you explain how you were eventually freed?
After 6 weeks in captivity, we were told by the kidnappers that we were finally going to be freed. We weren't told why we were getting freed. We got a phone call from London saying, tomorrow morning you will be taken to a rendezvous point elsewhere in the mountains, and you will be met by a group of Somali clan leaders who have agreed to act as go-betweens in the situation, and you will be handed over to them. And there was about 50 guys there, all armed to the teeth with rocket-propelled grenades, belt-fed machine guns, anti-aircraft guns mounted on the back of pickup trucks. It was a small army. We were driven up over a mountain pass where we stopped and told to get out of the car. So we duly walked down this path, hands up like this, expecting to hear bullets suddenly erupting at any minute, and that the whole thing would end in disaster. We duly got down at the bottom, and we were handed over. And one of these Somali elders, sort of elderly man in a suit, he said, welcome, you are now free. I remember there was a moment when we were handed over to the clan elder. I turned around and I looked at the lead kidnapper, and I thought, well, what are you supposed to say or do in this situation? Are you supposed to sort of tell them to off or something like that, and hope that you'll see him in court one day, or do you sort of say, well, actually, he didn't mistreat us too much. He was actually quite professional about the whole thing. Maybe shake his hand? No, I don't think so. And just as I was making up my mind, wondering whether to just kind of nod farewell, he turned away and marched up the hill anyway without so much as a second glance.
So why do you think the Chinese authorities let you go?
That time, my family members and my girlfriend report my missing in Hong Kong. So that time, it becomes a global news headline. And I think that is one of the reasons that actually could help me. Because when I look back, when the week that they started to stop the torture is exactly when the news and the media report my missing case globally. They felt pressure. I try my best to be cooperative while I need to rescue my life. I don't want to betray to my friends, my protesters that I know. And I try best to deny the charges they claim that I work for the UK government, to stigmatize the UK government, to prove the UK government is behind the scenes for the protest. That is what the Beijing want to do, their own propaganda. They said that as a foreign power manipulation, they could trigger the nationalism, blind nationalism of the people to stick with the regime, stick with the government. That's what they wanted me to play, that role. That almost immediately when I finished the report to the British consulate, what happened to them, what happened to me as well, then I left. And I didn't even tell to my family members to say I never ever could come back. No. I just pretend as usual. I just try to spend the last few days with my family members. I understand that maybe a last few days for the rest of my life to be with them, but I can't speak it out because they're too old to take that. They're too old to understand the complexity of the matter. And suddenly I took the flight to Taiwan. I felt that's about the time I need to talk with the BBC. That is about the time that I publicly broke the promise with the state security police in mainland China to say, look, I speak out. So for now, I'm an activist. I set up a non-profit organization. I try to solidify Hong Kongers in the UK. On August 2020, I have been reportedly on the wanted list by the Hong Kong National Security Police. They claim the state security law from Hong Kong could operate globally, regardless what kind of nationalities you're holding. So that is almost always the risk to me.
We were brought out into this courtyard. Now, I hadn't seen sunlight for 3 months. And I see my skin for the first time, and I'd lost 3 stone in weight. And I'm thinking, I look f***ed. And that's when they're negotiating with my negotiators. And they say, we've got it. And they're talking about this package. We've got the package. We're going to deliver. And I said to the guy on the phone, I said, no, you tell him I'm not going. You'll have to kill me. And he's looking at me, and all the guards looking at me. I'm like, well, unless you release my fix, I'm not doing it. And I turned away, and I say to God, I've got about 10 seconds of this kind of faux courage that if this doesn't work, every sinew in my body wants to be released to meet my children. They look thinking, this deal's about to fall through. And they went, all right, we'll release the fixture as well. And we were released together. And we've bundled out the back of a car. I've got a hood taken off, and this big fat American guy shakes my hand. He says, welcome home, sir. And I start crying.
I went, I'll blow your f***ing head off. I went, how about that?
Yes, Jacob, your punch man knocked him out one punch.
Is this man dead? He can't be dead.
I've just killed someone.